Hello everyone, and this will be lecture 3 on 3 dimension, and today we are going to discuss on distance between two skew lines, and then we'll just find out distance between two parallel lines. Now the first concept that we are going to discuss is distance between two skew lines in space. The first of all, before we start this particular theory, let us discuss what is skew lines. So in space there are lines which are neither intersecting nor parallel. Okay, let us try to understand with the help of one simple example. So let us consider a small room. Okay, and let us take one simple example. This is a miniature room, and we'll just try to consider two lines, and we'll just see that these lines are neither intersecting nor parallel. So you can just think that where generally we stay, okay, say like this one, a miniature room, and we'll just consider one line, okay, along the diagonal of the roof. Say this is one line, right? We can consider one other line with the help of the another one wall. Say this is one wall of the room. Say this is another line. So this is a line along the diagonal of the roof, and this is one line. This is another line along the diagonal of the another one side. Okay, if I just hold these two lines like that, these two lines, one line is along there. For example, we can think of many other lines, such lines. So this is along a diagonal of one side, and this is along the diagonal of the roof. We can just think of the line like this, or we can just take the line like this also. So if we take the line like this, say this is one line, and you can hold the line like that. Fine? Yes. So I think this way it will be easy for me to show the two skew lines. So these two are skew lines, and these two lines, one line is lying on this surface and one is lying on this particular plane. But they are non-coplanar, okay, and they are non-coplanar and non-intersecting. So such lines are said to be skew lines. Today we are going to discuss how to find a distance between such line. Okay, to find a distance between such line, so what we do is, first we'll consider any 2 points, one point on this line and another point the other line, right? And then we need to find the projection of this line. Okay, say one point is here. If I can show you from this particular diagram. So let us take one point, say S is one point on line L1 and T is another point on line L2. Then we can take the projection of ST along the direction of the line of the shortest distance. Okay, direction of the line of the shortest distance. Now, but what will be the shortest distance? Okay, how to find the shortest distance between these two lines, or what is the meaning of shortest distance between the two lines? So the meaning of the shortest distance between these two lines will be, if you take a point on one line, and if you consider another point on the other line, and if the line segment, okay, line segment given by these 2 points is the lowest, right, that will be the shortest distance between the two lines. So let us try to derive the formula to find out the shortest distance between the two skew lines. We are considering the skew lines, one is L1 and one is L2. Okay, and let us first consider the equation of line L1 and L2. Let the equation of L1B are A1 plus lambda B1. So this is the equation of L1, this is 1. Let the equation of L1 be this, and the equation of L to B, equation of L to B, A2 plus mu times vector B2. Now here S is a point on line L1 and with position vector of S1 is A1, and T is a fixed point on the line L2 with position vector A2. Now if PQ is the shortest distance vector, okay, then this particular PQ vector will be perpendicular to both line L1 and line L2, and therefore union factor along PQ and union factor along PQ, if you consider the union factor along PQ as n cap, then how to find n cap? Okay, union factor n cap along PQ is given by n cap B1 cross B2. Okay, we know that B1 is a vector parallel to L1 and B2 is a vector parallel to L2, and since PQ is perpendicular, if we consider PQ is the shortest distance vectors, so PQ, therefore the PQ will be perpendicular to both the lines, line L1 and L2. Therefore union factor along PQ is given by n cap is B1 cross B2 by mod B1 cross B2. Done. Okay, next let us how to find the shortest distance. As already I have explained that to find the shortest distance we need to find the projection of ST, okay, along the line of the shortest distance vector. Okay, next we'll just move to the next page. So here also we just need to draw the diagram. So this is L1, okay, and this is L2, this is P, say this is Q, okay, and this is S, this is T, okay, the position vector of S is A1 and position vector of T is A2, okay. Let us consider the angle between ST and PQ, okay. Let's the angle between ST and PQ be theta, okay. Angle between ST and PQ be theta, and therefore, okay, so just write if theta is the angle between vector ST and PQ, okay, then we can just find the projection of ST along the direction of the shortest distance vector, okay, then PQ, okay, PQ we can just write as ST cos theta, okay. This is the projection of, after finding the projection of ST along the direction of the projection vector PQ. So PQ is equal to ST cos theta. Now since theta is the angle between vector ST and PQ, so just find the value of cos theta. Okay, now cos theta. So we can find out with the help of the dot product cos theta. See, theta is the angle between the two vector AB, and we can just find out cos theta by A dot B, B by mod A into mod B. So we'll just need to find out with the help of the same formula. The cos theta, theta is the angle between ST and PQ. So this will be ST dot PQ by mod ST mod PQ. Now, yes, if theta is the acute angle, so this will be always positive. So you can just take the mod ST dot PQ by mod ST mod PQ. Now if we can simplify these steps, So just can use that next page. Okay, I'll just rewrite once that cos theta is equal to st mod pq, st dot pq by mod st mod pq. Fine. So now let's see that what is st. Okay, so you can just see from the figure. So this is L1, this is L2, okay, this is P, this is Q, right, this is S, this is C. This will obviously will be easy for us to understand. This is, if I, along with the derivation, if we draw the figure. So this is a short distance factor PQ. Now from there we can just define, okay, ST. ST, so this is a vector joining, this is ST, vector joining 2 points, that is S and T. So this will be A2 minus A1. Now PQ. So PQ we can write in terms of PQ can be written in terms of the unit vector. What is the unit vector along PQ? Unit vector along PQ is n cap. So PQ can be written, any vector can be written with the help of the magnitude of the vector multiplied, magnitude of the vector multiplied by the unit vector along that direction. So PQ can be written as PQ n cap. So you can just write PQ n cap. In case we know that this is the distance we want, like this is the distance, if this distance is d, so okay, this can be written as d n cap. Fine, this can be written as d n cap, d n cap. Now this, if we take the mode on st, simply we get this is st and pq, mod pq. Mod pq will be, this is mod pq will give us only d. So just write this is d. Fine. So these will cancel out. So finally what do we get? We get a2 minus a1 dot n cap. So you can just substitute the value of n cap. What is n cap? N cap is b1 cross b2 by b1 cross b2. So just put the value of n cap. So b1 cross b2, okay, b1 cross b2 by mod b1 cross b2 and multiplied by st. Yeah. So this is the value of cos theta. We got the value of cos theta. Now we are going to use this. Let us move to the previous page. Yeah. Okay. So we got the value of cos theta. Now we need to find out PQ. Actually, we actually need the value of PQ. That is the distance. This PQ is the distance between these two skew lines, right? We need PQ. So what we can do is here. So PQ we can find out ST. Just substitute the value of cos theta. Cos theta already you have done. So what is the value of cos theta? Cos theta is A2 minus A1 dot B1 cross B2. Okay, ST and mod B1 cross B2 from from this space, right? So cos theta is A2 minus A1 dot B1 cross B2, ST mod B1 cross B2. Yes. Okay. So we can just this ST and ST we can cancel out. So we can finally write the value of PQ. This is equal to PQ, or you can just write PQ as D. So ST you can cancel out. So you can write A2 minus A1 dot B1 cross B2 by yes. Okay. This is the final. Okay. The important formula to find the distance between the two skew lines. That is A2 minus A1 dot B1 cross B2 by mod B1 cross B2. So this is a very, very important concept. Okay, next we'll just go for the another concept that we are going to discuss today, the distance between two parallel lines. Okay, now let us consider that L1 and L2 are two parallel lines, and we know that if these two lines are parallel, so these two lines are coplanar, right? L1 and L2 are parallel lines, so therefore these two lines are coplanar, right? Now let us consider the equation of L1 and L2. Let the equation of L1 be, let the equation of L1 be A1 plus lambda B, and the equation of, okay, let the equation of L1 be R A1, vector A1 plus lambda B, and the equation of L2 be R A2 plus mu times of vector B. Okay, what is vector B? Vector B is a parallel to line L1. So since these two lines L1 and L2 are parallel lines, therefore to write the equation of the second line, we can use this vector B, because since B vector is parallel to L1, so naturally this L2 will also be parallel to B. So therefore we can just write the equation of the two lines as A1 plus vector A1 plus lambda B and A2 plus mu times of vector B. Now what is A1? A1, so S and T, so S is a point on line L1 and T is a point on line L2. That means L1 is passes through S with the position vector A1, and A2 is the position vector of point T, which is lying on L2. Now let us consider that this theta is the angle. Okay, theta is the angle between ST and the vector B. What is vector B? Vector B, okay, is parallel to both line L1 and L2. Let us consider that theta is the angle between ST and B. So let theta be the angle between ST and B. So just try to find a cross product between these two vectors. So therefore ST cross B. So I think here also we need to draw the figure once more. This is line L1, this is a parallel line L2. Fine? Okay. Say this is S and this is T, then this is P. Okay, the position vector of S is vector A1, position vector of T is A2. Now since line L1 and L2 both are parallel, so from T if we draw the perpendicular, and in the foot of the perpendicular is P, therefore TP will be the distance between L1 and L2. In fact, there we need to find out the value of TP. So ST cross B. So what is ST cross B? So let me use this phrase, ST cross B. So cross product between two vectors. We know the definitions. The first vector or the second vectors, then sine theta n cap. Okay. What is n cap? N cap is an unit vector, and which is actually perpendicular to the plane where L1 and L2 lies. Okay, so this is ST cross B equal to mod ST mod B sin theta n cap. Now this is ST. Okay, ST. So this mod ST we can just write ST. Then this is sin theta. So ST sin theta, then mod B we can just write mod B as B and n cap. Okay, mod B we can just write mod B into n cap. Now what is st sine theta? St sine theta. St sine theta. This is the angle, right? St sine theta. So st sine theta will give us Tp, right? So Tp from this figure, that this is STP. So st sine theta will give us this perpendicular distance, that is Tp. So you can just write Tp. Okay, this is D, this is n cap. Now what I'm going to do is we're just going to take a mode on both the sides. So if we take mode on both the sides, so and we can just find out vector st. Vector st, the vector joining 2 points. Vector joining 2 points is a2 minus a1. Fine. This is a2 minus a1 cross b. So we'll take the mode on this side and we'll take the mode on this side. So if we take the mode on this side, so this is Tp. Okay, Tp, and this is vector b, and mode of n cap will be obviously 1. So therefore, we need to find out, we are actually interested about Tp. Tp, how to find out Tp is equal to, okay, this is a2 minus a1 cross b by mode b, right? Mode, vector mode b. So which can be simplified as, okay, a2 minus a1 on cross b, okay, cross b by, okay, cross b so you can just write this the formula in the form of a2 minus a1 cross b by vector mode b. Okay, so this is the formula to find out the distance between two parallel lines. Okay, so first, if I repeat the steps, that's st, that is cross product between the two vectors. The first vector mode st mode b sine theta n cap. Fine. Okay, now this st mode st is st and sine theta. St sine theta, st sine theta is equal to the perpendicular, that is Tp. So this is Tp, fine, and then you can keep this one as b or vector mode b and n cap. Then next steps, we have taken the mode on both the sides. If we take the mode on both the sides, so this is mode st is equal to vector joining 2 points. St means a2 minus a1 cross b equal to st sine theta is Tp. Okay, this is the vector mode b and n cap. If you take the mode on n cap, it will be 1. So finally, then we got Tp and by Tp into that vector mode b. Okay, then Tp is equal to then mode a2 minus a1 cross b divided by mode b. So we can just write this one that is a2 minus a1 cross b and by this is vector mode b. Okay, so this is the formula to find out the distance between the two lines, that is L1 and L2, and which are parallel. Okay, and thank you so much for watching the video, and if you are new in my channel, please do subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon. And next we are going to upload videos on the question answers of the next exercise for 3D for class 12. And thank you so much.